when Mac Jones can run 70 yards and then Gritty in the end zone, you know something's wrong. Right?
Dude, scraping into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You might as well just call that the Schmigley Jones parlay. Those are astronomical.
Conversion's terrible. Kenny Galladay's good.
Oh.
Man, if the Giants win one playoff game, I'm going to be so hyped. All right, everybody, welcome back to another week of Drop a Pass Run a Mile. This is the Week 4 preview. Jared here, as usual.
What's up, buddy?
It's been it was a good week of football. I think a lot of upsets. Not a good week for betting, but it was a good week for like the underdogs for sure. A lot of upsets we'll get into here in our Red Zone recap soon. Some housekeeping. The DPRM TNF SGP cashes again. We're now up to $80, and we will be going for 160 after this Packers-Lions game. We'll get to that parlay later on in the episode. Jared, anything from you?
I know I told everybody that I was going to the game in D.C. to see the Bills game against the Commanders. I did go. It was raining, and we did lose by 34 points.
Yeah.
So it wasn't awesome, but there were half-price nachos.
That's cool.
And I got to see my dad and my brother, so that was cool. But, what a snap back to reality that was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you get did anybody in your group get the chicken tenders? You guys are missing out, man.
You can't get chicken tenders on a day where they're selling $5 nachos. That's
true. That's true.
Also, I don't know why, it shocks me every time, but a tall boy, Bud Light or Miller Light, is $15. That's nuts.
I think it's 14 at MetLife. So if you're looking for value, go to the Giants games.
That's insane.
Yeah, dude.
I saw that and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. That's why tailgating is the most efficient way to get things done.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're going for.
Just get loaded beforehand.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our Red Zone recap here. We'll start off with the Giants 49ers game on Thursday Night Football. Like I said, the parlay cash, that was the best thing that happened that night. Honestly, first half for the Giants, not terrible. Our defense was looking pretty decent. It's just honestly, Daniel Jones played for what he was given with that offensive line. I think he played great, honestly. His ability to step up into the pocket and then get out on some of those was unreal. I was like, how's he even getting out of there? So, that offensive line was just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what happened from last year to this year, but the Giants' offensive line is...
Well, we've also played the Cowboys and the Niners in the first 3 weeks.
Still. I know they're good.
And Andrew Thomas has been out since week.
Andrew Thomas was out. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. They've been really bad, though.
Yeah.
They've been really bad.
Yeah.
But just a disclaimer to everyone, I saved you. I saved all of you.
Yeah.
Because the parlay Evan liked more than the one we placed was both teams over 12.5 points. And
Which
Giants
if Dable
going for 2.
If Dable didn't have balls of steel, it would have hit, but he had to go for the 2-point conversion because he's just crazy like that. And he didn't. I would have been blown away.
I saved you all. I won you extra $40 for vouching for non-biasedness.
I'm happy you did that. I think next week we might run into that issue again with the Commanders game. I mean,
they're playing the Bears.
That's gonna be it's gonna be a tough game to bet.
We might just wait and give you guys the same game parlay from Sunday because these Thursday night games are scary when we get to big money.
Yeah, I told Jared week 17 is Browns Jets, and we're gonna be
betting $500,000 on that.
Yeah, I think it's actually 600, 620 or something. Yeah.
Oh my word.
But yeah, so insane.
We may alternate and make it the DPRM SGP and then just trail off so that we don't have to say TNF.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Giants were the worst team and they lost.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. The 49ers are good, although Brock Purdy was not awesome.
I mean, that was his first 300-yard passing game, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, everybody saw him. He was missing passes. He looked a little uncomfortable, which is
the Giants' defense played pretty well.
Yeah, they weren't horrible.
I
was a little worried about our first half money line for like 7 minutes. That was way more than I was anticipating being worried.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. But yeah, I think what happened was expected.
Yeah, definitely.
This week was a lot of that. It was either exactly what you expected to happen or completely opposite.
Yeah.
There was no like, oh, interesting. It was like, what? Or yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like we'll get into this next game here, Colts Ravens, which I said the Colts. I picked the Colts.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, they ended up outlasting the Ravens 22-19 in OT. It was wild though, because Justin Tucker came on to kick that 61-yarder with 5 seconds left, kicks it right down the middle, and it falls short. And everyone's like,
what just happened?
I would have hated being a Ravens fan watching that game on TV.
Oh.
I would have been so hyped, and I would have been devastated, and they lost too. But yeah, very uncharacteristic of Justin Tucker. That was wait a second.
I know a couple weeks ago I said that the Chargers were the team to play to your level of competition. I think the Ravens are right up there with that.
I feel like they've been like that every year.
They have.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That one game 2 years ago where they were playing the Dolphins on Thursday night and the Dolphins weren't good yet.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins won, and it's just how? The Ravens were on the verge of winning the AFC North.
Yeah.
They just crap themselves. I don't get it.
Yeah, they have the Browns this week, so we'll see how that game goes. I also just don't know who the Browns are, but we can get to that. That's next game
good
here.
Defense.
Next game here, Titans Browns. Browns beat them 27-3. After the game against the Steelers where they could barely move the ball.
Yeah.
They had against the Steelers they had a couple big plays, and that's what kept them in it.
Jerome Ford 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he didn't even have let me get to his 10 carries for 18 yards and a touchdown. That was his stat line.
For this game.
Where he scored 2 touchdowns. He had 2 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown as well. But yikes.
It's
I don't understand how they're winning. So
Amari Cooper had over 100 receiving yards for the first time since 1960, I think.
Yeah, honestly, that's insane. Deshaun looked pretty decent. Better. That was his best game as a Brown for sure. But whenever you talk about the Browns, the story is their defense, and the story is specifically Myles Garrett. And how many? Did you see the play where he went from the right side to the left side pre-snap?
Yes, and the 2 tight ends
over 2 tight ends, and then he came back and they motioned back.
That was hilarious.
When you see that, you're like, this guy is unbelievable. And then you check the stat line, and he had 3.5 sacks against triple teams all day. That's crazy. Absolutely nuts.
I think the Browns have a good defense and a slightly above average offense, and that's why they're winning games.
Yeah.
Because the Titans have
what the Commanders hope to be.
Yeah. Because the Titans have a pretty bad defense and an atrocious offense.
I think the Titans' defense is average. I don't think.
Yeah, I guess so. Titans' defense is okay. Yeah.
I think coaching is a lot to do with the Titans' success.
I don't know how their offense is so bad. Derrick Henry got me 2 fantasy points.
Well, they don't have an offensive line. They just let Lawan go because they're trying to reset. This is what I said in the offseason. I was like, the Titans are doing this weird Band-Aid job where it's like, just let it go. Trade Derek. Let Tannehill play out his contract because no one's taking that on. And just restart next year with just tank. Honestly, just tank.
With that offensive line, I feel like Malik Willis would have more success than Tannehill just because Malik Willis can, get out of the pocket.
So would Levis.
Yeah.
Anybody would have more success than Tannehill right now.
Tannehill is looking really bad.
So bad.
Just let Malik Willis bomb it to Hopkins.
I think he had 51% completion for 100 yards.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I think DeAndre Hopkins still has juice in the tank, I think he's
juice in the tank.
Yeah.
He's running on orange juice.
Yeah. But I think he's he still seems half decent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's dropping balls and stuff.
No. And Treylon Burks is good too. They have decent weapons. They have Chig, who's one of my favorite fantasy sleeper tight ends, but
Chigoziem Okanakwa.
Yeah. I don't know. That's why you just say Chig, because no one knows how to say that.
I think that was a pretty good pronunciation.
Chigakonkwo? I don't know.
Chigoziem Okanakwa.
Okinawa? But yeah, Browns are going to go as their defense goes and as Jim Schwartz goes, and so far they're going.
Yeah.
Imagine if they beat the Steelers and they're 3-0, and it's just 3-0 with the 17th ranked offense in the NFL. That's impressive.
Yeah. We'll get to the next game.
Oh.
The Dolphins Broncos, man, 70-20. Mike McDaniel's revenge game.
Oh,
I think I've seen probably 100 Instagram posts of the same picture of Mike McDaniel, young kid. He's got 20 ear piercings, and he's
the ear piercing, yeah. When he's the ball boy. Oh
yeah. But Devon A-Chain.
Devon A-Chain, yeah.
Devon A-Chain, 4 touchdowns. Raheem Mostert, 4 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 1 touchdown.
A-Chain, 18 carries for 200 yards. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And another 30 through the receiving touchdowns. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. I had him on my bench.
You weren't going to start him.
Yeah.
He barely played week 2. I don't blame you for that. If you didn't start Mostert, that's on you.
I started Jalen Hyatt over A-Chain, and Jalen Hyatt got me 0 points.
But Hyatt scored, didn't he?
What?
Didn't Hyatt score week 2?
No, he had 2 big catches, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He did something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I will be having Devon A-Chain in my starting lineup for probably the remainder of the year.
Just hoping to get anything close to this.
Well, so right now I have in my in the Nittany Dynasty League, I have 3 or 4 rookie running backs because I'm one of them's got to be good. And it was Devon A-Chain.
Wow.
Because I have Zach Charbonnet too, who ran over that Panthers guy. That was why he looks so muscular.
He's huge. He's like Doug Martin too.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. He looks massive.
Yeah. You remember that other Seahawks running back?
Oh wait.
Urban.
Yeah.
Urban. That guy's combine picture, where he's in the tight suit and everything, and his arms are just exploding out. I'm like, how do you even hold a ball with that much muscle, dude?
Yeah.
But yeah, Charbonnet looks enormous.
Yeah.
And they have another big back, Kenneth Walker, who's even better, which is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dolphins, Broncos. Dolphins destroyed the Broncos. The Broncos just traded a first and a second for a coach, who then criticized the past coach and is now doing worse than the past coach.
Wait, they traded picks for Sean Payton?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Dude, I think the Raiders or the Bucks, whichever one John Gruden was on last, traded for him. They traded a first-round pick to get him. And the Broncos traded a first and a second-round pick to the Saints to get Sean Payton.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, dude. Why would you do that? Do you know how many?
And then the Broncos gave him a huge contract, and now he's sitting there 0-3 with Russell Wilson, who, albeit Russell Wilson was horrible last year. He's not that bad this year. He's much better than last year. Yeah. But they have the worst defense possibly ever after last year, where they had a great defense. And it was the only reason they were in games. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I love catching on like Get Up and First Take when they bring Rex Ryan in, because he was interviewed for the Broncos D coordinator job. And every single time he's like, that could have been me out there. But instead you got this numbskull giving up 70 points. He goes in every time.
Dude, 70 points is a lot of points.
That's like 3 off of the most ever.
Didn't Mike White have like a passing touchdown?
Yes. Mike White had a higher passing rating than Tua.
Dude, wait, let me see this.
Isn't that insane?
Mike White, 2 for 2, 67 yards and a touchdown, 100 QBR. His QBR was 100. His passer rating was 158.3. Which is perfect, yeah. I mean, Tua's was 155.8, dude. You let up 2 quarterbacks. You let 2 quarterbacks have 155 plus rating in one game.
Oh my word! And they did all that without Jalen Waddle.
Do you want to know how many incomplete passes Tua and Mike White combined threw?
I know the answer, but tell the people.
3.
25 incompletions.
The quarterback stats for this game were 25 for 28, 376 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Oh my word.
Insane.
That's insane. Did you see the video of Garrett Bowles afterwards where they're like, what do you take away from this loss? And he's like, all I've done is lose since I came to Denver.
Also, this has got to be the most quiet 157 receiving yard game of all time, because Tyreek Hill had 157 receiving yards.
Yeah. You see who the second person on the receiving yard list is?
Robbie Chosen, baby.
Robbie Chosen. 1 catch, 68 yards and a touchdown. The perfect Robbie Anderson stat line of all time.
This is former ROBBIE Anderson. Then he changed it to ROBBY Anderson. Then it was Chosen Anderson. Now it's Robbie Chosen. I think that's final now. But that literally happened.
That's insane. All right, let's get on to the next game.
That game was just
Patriots Jets.
Yeah.
From an absolute barn burner to what are we watching?
Yeah.
The Patriots trying to give the game away to the worst quarterback who's ever stepped on a football field. Yeah. Unreal to watch.
Pharaoh Brown with a 58-yard touchdown reception, where I think he was running about 6 miles per hour. Dude, like.
Oh my word, dude.
The Jets
he looked like you remember the dude from the Baylor memes, Sean Oakman.
Yeah.
Where he's just tall and jacked and can't move at all. That's what Pharaoh Brown looked like when he was scoring that touchdown. He's like, whoa.
I just if I'm a Jets player right now.
Oh my word. Did you see Michael Carter get into it with the coach on the sideline?
No.
Oh, he's screaming in his face. Players are holding him back. I would too, man. When you got Dalvin Cook is the leading rusher with 8 carries for 18 yards. Come on.
You think Jets would be 3-0 right now if Rodgers was playing?
No, because they played the Cowboys when the Cowboys were really hot. But
how hot are the Cowboys? We'll get to that. We'll say that. Let's talk about
really hot. When they were really hot.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Jets, man, that is got to be the worst thing that's. Is that the worst thing that's ever happened on September 11th?
That's a bold statement.
No, obviously satire there, but
maybe second worst.
awful. The worst thing involving a Jet on September 11th ever.
Still no. All right, let's move on to the next game. Bills Commanders.
Oh my God.
Just give me a positive and a negative from this game.
All right.
I guess you don't have to give me a negative. The score is negative.
I'll give you a positive and negative for both teams.
Okay.
Positive. The Bills are really, really good.
Yeah.
And Stephon Diggs is open on every single play, which is tough to watch as a fan of the opposing team. A negative for the Bills.
Josh Allen accidentally boinked the ball off his helmet when he did the finger roll. That's the only negative, I think.
Yeah. Josh Allen threw a deep pick that was like, why did you just throw that? And it almost, like, if we didn't suck, it would have let us back in the game because it was still only 16-0. So even when, like, they have everything going right at all times, he still wants to send it deep, which is not going to be good when they're playing a good team.
Yeah.
But it was okay when they were playing us because Sam gave it back on the next play.
Yeah.
But Positive for the Skins. Brian Robinson.
The comms, not the Skins.
The commies. Brian Robinson is still very good.
Oh, yeah.
He had 10 carries, which is ridiculous that he only had 10 carries because he was the only positive thing that happened. 10 carries for 70 yards. And it was pretty much 10 carries for 7 yards apiece. It wasn't like break one. It was like, I'm going to run through the first person that tries to tackle me and then get tackled by like the safety and the extra linebacker. So that was cool to see. The negative for the Commanders is that the whole game was a negative. Yeah. Everything outside of Brian Robinson was bad. We couldn't get Allen after having the most sacks in the league for the first 2 weeks.
Was Chase Young back?
Oh yeah, he's back. He had a sack and a half against the Broncos. He's like, oh yeah, I'm great to be back. It's awesome. They all come into this game. We came into this game with 10 sacks in 2 weeks. 10 sacks.
Holy smokes.
We come into this game, and the first drive, Josh Allen does this crazy move in the backfield where he runs around, sprints to the sideline, literally just head down, looking nowhere except for his coaches on the sideline. And then at the very end, right before he goes out of bounds, he looks, Diggs is open, wide open. He throws it down. They catch it. Gibby, jeez. They catch it. And then they go in and score. But it was just like right after that happened, all of our defensive linemen were like, what are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
And they sucked the rest of the time, which was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game was tough. Very tough. I would not advise going to any more Bills Commanders games for the rest of eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get going. Next game.
Next game, Lions Falcons. Lions outlast Falcons 20-6. I feel like I didn't see this game at all on Red Zone. It must have just been like what even happened?
I think it was just like kind of dominant. I know that I think
Jahmyr Gibbs had 80 rushing yards.
Like 13-3, and then it just kind of petered out from there.
Oh yeah, Sam Laporta.
No scoring in the third quarter.
Sam Laporta caught his first career touchdown pass.
I started him too.
I started him as well.
45 yards. That was awesome. Did you start him in the league where we have 2 tight ends?
No, I don't have him in that league.
Okay.
Yeah, I have him in our Nittany Dynasty league. I'm trying to trade Waller. I have too many Giants on my team. When we do bad, it's just like terrible.
Yeah.
I had
doubled a lot too.
Yeah. But I don't know. Good game for the Lions. Good win.
Yeah. Good win for the Lions, that's for sure.
Next game, Packers Saints. Packers were down 17-0 to start the fourth, came back and won 18-17.
Every Saints game is disgusting. Like, it's just ugly. The final score is in the teens. Like, Derek Carr went out. Jameis got to play, which was awesome.
Yeah.
He looked decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to this. Saints over the Titans week 1, 16-15. Saints over the Panthers week 2, 20-17. And then Packers over the Saints, 18-17.
It's crazy.
What? I mean, good for their defense, but
Yeah.
how does the defense not put up more than that?
Yeah.
Kamara's back next week, though. That's good.
Yeah.
How come Jordan Love didn't do anything until the fourth quarter?
I don't know, but I was happy about it. Jordan Love's a beast. Love that guy.
No, you do.
We'll go to the next game. I think this for me, I would say, was the most surprising game of the day. I guess besides the Dolphins game. Well, it wasn't really surprising, but I didn't expect them to put up 70 points.
Yeah.
Texans Jags 37-17. Like, what happened to the Jags, dude?
Right?
I think they got a rebound game coming in the UK this next week against the Falcons. I think they get back on the horse. And
dude, the Jaguars every year play in the UK.
Yeah, because they love them over there.
I guess so.
They do.
Yeah?
That's like their team, yeah.
Is it because they go every year?
Probably.
Probably. Like, I saw this team when I was 12. It's like, yeah, that's like they're here every year.
Yeah. But,
yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, Texans winning that game was pretty crazy.
I think the Colts are the number one team in the AFC South.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
2-1.
Did you see that that kick return touchdown by the fullback, Andrew Beck?
Yeah.
That was sick.
That was awesome.
Gets around the edge, breaks like 2 tackles on the sideline and scores. That was so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, 37%.
Played awesome.
Who did?
CJ.
Oh yeah, he's good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Props to the Texans too for having a pretty decent O-line for a rookie quarterback. Because I feel like every other rookie quarterback that's come in is like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Everything's faster and I'm getting hit in 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, them re-signing Laramie Tunsil has really paid off. And CJ Stroud going to the Texans front office and being like, take Tank Dell. That's paid off too.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
A really nice touchdown.
Yeah. But yeah,
he had like 140 yards receiving.
Yeah, he did. He had 145. But yeah, crazy game. Next game, Chargers Vikings, the battle of the defeated. And what do you know? Vikings fumbled the ball.
After being so good in one possession games last year, they are 0-3 this year.
So apparently Alexander Madison got like death threats and like racist comments toward him after he fumbled last week.
Bad too. They were so bad. They were like, you read them and it's like, oh my goodness.
That's crazy, dude. I guess he didn't care about him much because he fumbled again. So like I don't understand.
They didn't hit home apparently.
Yeah. Why does it only say they had one fumble lost?
Do you think that I was reading this article and it was talking about the Vikings, how they should trade Kirk to the Jets and just start their rebuild now?
They should trade Kirk and Justin Jefferson to the Jets.
No,
Holy cow.
Trade Jefferson. But it said trade Kirk to the Jets, trade Danielle Hunter to whoever wants him, and then start Nick Mullins the rest of the year. Lose, obviously.
Yeah.
It's Nick Mullins. And then go get, if you end up around 3-14, go get Caleb Williams. If you end up at 5-12, go get Drake May and just start over.
Dude, I think the Vikings could easily be 3-0 if they didn't fumble. If they didn't fumble, they would be 3-0.
But they're 0-3.
Yeah. But it's not because of like coaching or their quarterbacks, just because they can't hold on to a football.
No, exactly. But at some point, you have to look at it. Kirk's getting older. He's in the last year of his deal. There's a lot of holes on that defense still.
Send Fields to the Vikings. That'd be an electric.
Did you see that proposed trade for the Jets and the Bears?
No.
It was like ESPN suggested trade on Twitter, which are
always so stupid.
Horrible.
Yeah.
It was Justin Fields for Zach Wilson, a 2025 second and fifth.
Dude, what?
That is the most insane thing. If you offered that to the Bears, they would laugh you out of the door. Justin Fields at his absolute worst is 10 times the quarterback Zach Wilson is.
Yeah. That's insane.
And you get a second and a fifth in 2025? Just like those are the posts where you just go to the comment section and you're like, let's go, boys.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
Unreal. We're going to the 4 o'clock window now. Seahawks-Panthers. Seahawks beat them 37-27. Seahawks are putting up some points this year, minus week 1. Didn't they score 37 last week too?
I think they did.
Yeah, they did. 37-31, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, beat the Panthers 37-27. Panthers played pretty well though with Andy Dalton, which is kind of sad to see because you want to see Bryce Young in there playing well.
Right.
Is this an ant? There's an ant on my laptop.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks offense, the Seahawks defense has been abysmal.
Yeah.
Giving up 27 to the Panthers with
Is Tariq Woolen like healthy?
I think.
Where's he been?
Chasing down Adam Thielen, apparently.
Dude, Adam Thielen, 11 catches for 145 yards. I started him in our high school league.
That was awesome.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah.
Did you know he signed a 3-year deal with the Panthers?
He's exactly what Bryce Young needs, honestly. A guy who can get open and who's going to catch the ball.
But 3 years? You think Thielen's making it 3 years?
He's old. He's old, but he's hasn't been in the league long, you know?
Yeah. I guess he's not built on speed either.
Yeah.
He's
a route runner and he's a catcher, yeah.
But yeah, I think the Seahawks at home, that has to be one of the hardest places to play.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Seattle, New England, probably, Philly. But yeah, the Panthers had 6 procedural penalties that
really?
The announcers were like, I think that's probably because of the fans.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
12th man coming in strong.
Sorry, I take back
to Josh Dobbs, the best quarterback of all time.
Yeah, I take back everything I said about surprising games. This was the most surprising.
Yeah.
First of all, Josh Dobbs is balling, dude.
He looks really good.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't need Kyler back.
Maybe they don't, dude. Josh Dobbs looks good.
Yeah.
They just beat the Cowboys 28-16. Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
I'll save my comments for the next game we get to. But yeah, dude, Cardinals beating the Cowboys is just a statement and a half.
I know.
That is a statement and a half.
And it was their offense.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs, I don't know when he developed this, but this year he's been running around like he's Lamar Jackson.
He looks like Jalen Hurts from last year.
Yes. He's unbelievable. And then James Conner is just the best running back in the league right now. It's insane. It's insane. And then apparently we all need to take the bus to work because their defense is playing lights out.
Yeah.
They are killers. Killers on defense.
Dude, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
Another good thing they did is they made the game come down to Dak, which, as we've seen in the past couple of years, is the way to beat the Cowboys. Make Dak beat you.
I don't think Dak can play from behind.
He doesn't do it well.
Yeah.
He does not do it well.
Next game, Taylor Swift versus the Chicago Bears. But
there's been so much Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh,
way too much Taylor Swift.
The Bears. I'll say this first. So I told Katya, my girlfriend, she asked, "Are you going to talk about Taylor Swift on the podcast?" And I said, "Yeah, we can." And she's like, "You better." So I did think it was hilarious when Travis Kelce scored. Usually cameras on the player that scored, seeing the celebration. As soon as that ball touched his hands, the camera shot up to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Literally the second he caught the ball.
Uh-huh. That was really funny.
Yeah.
Did you see how they got her out of the box?
In that popcorn thing?
Yes.
She loves doing that.
She's crazy. I don't know how she goes anywhere.
Yeah.
I saw this one thing today, and it was Will Compton and Taylor Lewan, and they were arguing about who was bigger, Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce. And Will was like, Travis Kelce's like one of the biggest players in the NFL. And then Taylor Lewan was like, the NFL Instagram account has 28 million followers. Taylor Swift has 272 million followers.
That's crazy.
She's big. She's big time.
Well, so Kelsey's jersey sales went up 400%
Right.
after that, and he gained like 300-something thousand Instagram followers.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts.
Good for them, though. Also, there's a sick car he had when they were leaving the stand. That, like, Impala or whatever it was, dude. That was
sweet.
Imagine you roll up to a stoplight and you look to your left and it's just Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce in a convertible Impala. Like,
oh, that's awesome.
So cool. But yeah, so this is what I was gonna say. Yeah, the Cardinals, like, they have the biggest heart. Like, they are just like, they're like, we don't care what you say about us. We're gonna come out here and we're gonna punch you in the mouth. The Bears are like, we don't care what you say about us, but we're just gonna lay down and we're gonna let any team trample over us. They like.
I don't think the Bears could beat. I don't think the Bears could beat some of the top college teams right now.
Yeah.
And I know that's always the debate, where it's like, yeah, the college teams are awesome, but like the NFL teams are made up of the all-stars of the college teams. The Bears have no confidence.
Yeah.
I think if you sent the Nittany Lions to Chicago, we would play with more confidence. That's for sure.
I think we'd win.
I think we'd win. I think the Bears might be the worst team ever assembled.
I think we need to do that. I think if Penn State beats the Bears go to the Big Ten and Penn State comes to the NFC North.
That would be great.
Dude.
But yeah, they're so unbelievably bad.
They're terrible.
Blaine Gabbert came in the start of the fourth quarter. Also, shout out Almeida texting in the group chat. I think Blaine Gabbert's in. And he's like, yep, he just threw a pick. That was awesome.
Dude, I just they were so bad. That was incredible. It was so bad.
That was awful.
All right, next game.
Speaking of awful,
Raiders
suck.
Raiders are bad.
They're so bad.
Steelers beat them 23-18 off the quick feet of Calvin Austin for like a 70-something yard touchdown.
Yep.
I picked him up week 1 of the preseason, one of our dynasty leagues, when I dropped him for somebody. Kind of wish I kept him, but it's okay.
The Steelers are the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
I know we had a listener shout that out to us. It's so true. They look exactly alike, and they're both defense only, offense sometimes.
Yeah.
And they're very bad, but they won against a even worse team.
Yeah. Crazy. Also, Kenny Pickett's first career game with 2 passing touchdowns.
Nice.
Next game, Eagles-Buccaneers. Eagles mollywop the Buccaneers. Easy win for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, they were
How about
riding
Mike Evans
high.
dropping that touchdown?
Huh?
How about Mike Evans dropping that touchdown that Baker lollipopped into him? Did you see that one?
I don't know if I did.
Oh my word, dude. Mike was wide open, made the break, was everything. And then Baker's pass took 8.5 seconds to get to Mike Evans. And he's falling backwards trying to stay in bounds, and he just dropped it. I couldn't believe he dropped it, but Baker's pass.
Oh, I know which. I think I know which one.
So slow.
Yeah. I don't think the Buccaneers are bad. I just think the Eagles are.
Eagles are much better.
Yeah. And then last game, Bengals-Rams, dude. The Rams look terrible.
Yeah.
I think when we talk about frauds, I think the Rams came out really hot week 1, and yeah, I think they're frauds.
They dropped hard in the Rod's rankings.
I think they're it's just the play calling.
Also, I think the Bengals were the first team this year to cover Puka.
Yeah. Only 5 catches.
And cover Kyron Williams. I think the Rams may have wanted to hold on to Cam Akers until they found out if Kyron was good. But, that's their call. The Rams do what they want. And they lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Bengals are they won, but you can't feel good about that.
Their offense, I mean, they won 19-16.
Right. That's not the Bengals.
Their offense, their defense is good, but Joe Burrow still doesn't look right. I mean, Jamar Chase had a great game.
Yeah.
Finally. But
yeah,
Joe Burrow still looks off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was our Red Zone recap for week 3.
We each went 7-9 in our picks last week. Not great. Evan, 3 weeks in a row with 7-9. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts? Fine. Model of consistency.
Just make sure you pick Evan's correct picks.
Slightly below average.
Giants or the Packers because he's biased.
Yeah.
Everything else besides that, he was 7-7.
Yeah. I will say that I might not be riding with the Packers this week, but we'll see.
So that brings our totals to 21-27 for Evan and 28-20 for me. 20-20, just me going from
that was unfair. That
21-11 to 28-20. That feels so much worse. I know it's 7-9. It's only a little bit worse, but it feels awful.
Hey, I'm aiming for 7-9 again next week.
There you go.
All right, we are officially now in week 4. Let's get it kicked off with some Rod's rapid rankings here.
Here we go.
Wait, let me. I forget what you were timed last week. I'll have to check. Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
I was catching my breath when you told me.
As soon as the first team comes out of your mouth, I'll get it started.
We've got week 3 power rankings, everyone. Here we go. 32 Bears, 31 Panthers, 30 Broncos, 29 Jets, 28 Titans, 27 Giants, 26 Raiders, 25 Texans, 24 Commanders, 23 Steelers, 22 Bengals, 21 Vikings, 20 Pats, 19 Colts, 18 Rams, 17 Chargers, 16 Bengals, 15 Saints, 14 Bucks, 13 Seahawks, 12 Falcons, 11 Jaguars, 10 Browns, 9 Ravens, 8 Packers, 7 Lions, 6 Cowboys, 5 Bills, 4 Chiefs, Eagles, 3, 2 Dolphins, 1 49ers.
26.7.
Man, I screwed up. Eagles 3. What happened there?
Why do I feel like you got 26.7 last week too? I don't know. I'll have to check.
Might have.
Can you send that to me? I want to try it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
And you can time me. Man, I'm so pumped. I never hear anything. I only hear like the top 3.
Sending it to you at the moment.
Here we go. All right, let me know when you're ready.
All right. I am ready.
All right. 32 Bears, 31 Panthers, 30 Broncos, 29 Jets, 28 Titans, 27 Giants, 26 Raiders, 25 Texans, 24 Commanders, 23 Steelers, 22 Bengals, 21 Vikings, 20 Pats, 19 Colts, 18 Rams, 17 Chargers, 16 Bengals, 15 Saints, 14 Bucks, 13 Seahawks, 12 Falcons, 11 Jaguars, 10 Browns, 9 Ravens, 8 Packers, 7 Lions, 6 Cowboys, 5 Bills, 4 Chiefs, 3 Eagles, 2 Dolphins, 1 49ers.
23.86. Nice. Nice.
I had to pause in between each team for half a second, and then I could just say it.
I know.
Oh man, I have no clue what I just read.
Well, do you have any thoughts? Any teams that you thought should be higher or lower?
Oh yeah, let me look it over real quick.
Immediate thoughts.
I think
Seahawks should be switched. Seahawks should be 11 probably.
I think you could put Broncos at 31. I think you could put Jets at 30, and I think you could put Panthers at 29.
Yeah, I agree.
I would put Giants.
I didn't move the Bengals up very high because I'm still upset with them. Still 20th, which is low. But they're gonna have to show me.
I would put the Giants ahead of the Cowboys because the Giants beat the Cardinals and the Cowboys did not.
Yeah, I guess the Commanders should go up there too.
Who'd the Commanders? The
Cardinals. We beat the same team.
True. All right. Well, yeah, that was nice. We'll do the Instagram post again too if you want to update your rankings. We'll throw that on the Instagram again as well. All right, let's get into let's talk about it. I actually don't have anything written down. I guess first thing we can ask is, you think the Bears do it? You think they are the first team ever to go 0-17? Wait, I'm losing connection.
I mean, can you ask me next week after they play the Broncos? Can you ask me that?
Yeah.
I think they have a pretty good shot with how awful their offense is and how awful their like offensive scheme is too. It's not just that they have bad players.
Yeah.
They have average players playing the wrong scheme.
Yeah.
And they have no confidence either. I'll go back to my let's talk about it from a couple weeks ago. I think Caleb Williams is the quarterback for the Bears. I don't know how you could lose that many games, get a top pick, and then just be like, no, we're running it back with Fields again.
It would be.
I don't know.
It would be cool to see Fields somewhere else.
I think he needs it at this point.
Yeah. But
I don't know. The Bears have to get a lot of change has to happen in Chicago.
Yeah.
I think my let's talk about it is CJ Stroud Offensive Rookie of the Year.
As of right now, yeah. I mean, like,
he's got to beat out Bijan.
Yeah, but like, he's playing. Like, for quarterback standards, I don't care if you're a rookie or you're Tom Brady. Like, he's playing good.
Yeah.
Like,
very, very good.
Yeah, I'd compare him to Tom Brady, I think.
Whoa.
But yeah, he's looking really good, really solid.
I agree.
Yeah. Let me think of something else. We have 4 undefeated teams all playing each other this week. Vikings, Panthers, and then Broncos, Bears.
You mean 4 defeated teams?
Or yeah, sorry. Yeah. 4 defeated teams. Who do you think, if you had to do a parlay, you think Broncos, Vikings?
Definitely the Vikings.
Yeah.
And then I might do the under on the other game.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea what's going to happen in that game.
Yeah.
No clue. I could easily. I mean, Russell has played decent. He hasn't been horrible. I know there's been some plays where you want him to do more, but Fields and the Bears have been awful.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd go Vikings, Broncos.
Yeah.
The Bears are a home dog to a team that just lost by 50. That's awful.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Has that ever happened before?
No chance.
Did also a quick note on week 4. Did you see the Sunday night football game?
What do you mean?
Did you see what the game is?
No.
Chiefs Jets.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, these like the NFL people, the schedule makers, were like, we're gonna make the coolest games for when Aaron Rodgers plays.
Right?
Now it's
they
just like
chill out with this. Because they've done this 2 years in a row where they're like, we're gonna schedule the hot button quarterback. Because last year, it was Russell Wilson they were doing this for. They were like, Russell in Denver, it's gonna be awesome. And then we got 8 stinkers in prime time. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Just give them a few. Don't give them all the prime time games. Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Thank God that we don't have to deal with 2 Monday Night Football games again. I don't like that. I know some people are like, oh, it's fun. I hate it.
Yeah. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, but jeez.
All right, you have anything else to talk about?
Are the Cowboys dead? Obviously, that's a joke. But did the Texans show the league how to beat the Cowboys? I think they did.
Yeah. The Cardinals are like Just got drafted.
If you're listening on Spotify, you have no idea what just happened and why Evan wasn't listening to what I said. But it was because he was putting on the flattest brim of all time. I think they did. I think the Cardinals kind of showed what to do with Micah, especially because they were like, all right, if we're running the ball, we're running it right at him.
Yeah.
Because then he's not going to be able to use his freak powers to get around the line if you run it right at him. And then when they were passing, they were just sliding everybody towards him, basically.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of showed what to do against their defense. Obviously, I can't remember his name right now. Their D coordinator, who's the old Falcons coach. Doesn't matter. He's bald. He has a goatee.
Dan Quinn?
Yes, Dan Quinn. Yeah, good job.
Nice. My next guess was Lovie Smith.
Yeah, I guess I did.
And my next guess was Romeo Crennel. I didn't want to have to go there.
But yeah, I think how to beat the Cowboys has been and will continue to be force Dak to beat you, which is good for everybody else because we weren't sure what that answer was going to be for a while.
Yeah.
Also, losing Trayvon Diggs sucks.
Yeah.
Feel bad for them. A little bit. As much as you can for a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to moneymakers. I will say that last week, I said Packers, I said Patriots, and I said Colts plus 10.5. I could have just taken Colts money line, but then I would have been very upset because I accidentally took Packers and Patriots first half winners, which we all know the Packers were down 10-0 or something at half. Yeah. So that kind of stinks. But this week we are back on the train. I have a little parlay here. It's like plus 2 something. Vikings money line against the defeated Panthers. Chiefs money line against the stinky Jets, and Giants money line against the Seattle Seahawks.
The stinky Jets. That's good.
Yeah. The only one I'm worried about is the Giants. But I think this is the first time we're playing a team that doesn't have the Cardinals' defensive line wasn't that good, but we just didn't play the first half of that game. This is the first time we're playing a team that's not super overpowered on their defensive line. So I think it'll be a good game for us. I'm excited, and it's at home, prime time. We all know Daniel Jones thrives in prime time.
Yep. He's not 1-12, is he?
Also, Saquon might play too. I really love that we went from Thursday night to Monday night, so it gives Saquon maximum time to heal. So I think he'll probably be playing, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's good. My can't lose parlay. I honestly don't know how this could lose. It's Eagles money line against the Commanders, Vikings money line against the Panthers, and Bengals money line against the Titans. Plus 242.
Yeah.
Or does that lose? It doesn't. It's not gonna lose.
I'm scared. I'm honestly a little bit scared about the Vikings game. I'll say that.
No. Come on.
I'm a little bit scared.
No. They can't lose to the Panthers. If they lose to the Panthers, they have to blow it up, right? 0-4.
They fumble the ball so much. Literally, I think they could just if they don't. I think if they had 200 yards of total offense and didn't fumble once, they could win the game. Danielle Hunter's a beast right now. He's got 6 sacks.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's the parlay. And then my other pick. I was right about my touchdown score last week. Lamar Jackson anytime.
Yeah.
That hit with flying colors because he did it twice.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But my other one is going to be Alvin Kamara anytime touchdown scorer. First game back from his suspension.
Yeah.
It's not out yet, the odds, but that's what I'm going with for my end.
I do like that actually.
Yeah. especially with how inept the Saints offense has been.
Has Michael Thomas scored a touchdown yet?
I don't know.
Also, what happened to Derek Carr? What's wrong
He
with him?
injured his shoulder.
Which one?
His throwing shoulder.
Uh-oh.
But if Jameis is in, points a palooza, baby.
I know that you're not going to like what I'm about to say, but I think Jameis might not be that good.
No, that's not true. Jameis is easily a top 25 quarterback in the league right now. Right now. Did you see how animated he was when Derek said, let's throw it to Rashid deep? Jameis told him, yes.
So who's 32? Who's 32 through 26? Fields?
Fields.
Zach Wilson.
Sam
Howell.
Oh, that's rude. After this last week, sure. The 2 weeks previously, he was awesome.
Yeah.
But yes, Sam, sure. I think Sam's better than Jameis, though.
But, like, right
Tannehill.
That's 32, 31, 30, 29. So we need 3 more.
Gardner Minshew. He's the starter.
He just beat the Ravens.
He didn't beat the Ravens. The Ravens beat themselves.
I would take Gardner Minshew over Jameis.
Okay, fine.
I don't think he's that. Also, Mike White. You have to count Mike White in this as well because he's better. He played better than Jameis.
No, he did not.
Tell that to his passer rating.
He had 2 passes.
He was perfect.
They could do anything they want. Okay, fine. Jameis is a top 28 quarterback in the league right now.
All right. Yeah, we'll see about that game. But yeah, no, I do like that. In terms of player props, what did I say? I said last week that Trevor Lawrence was going to have a comeback game against the Texans.
Yeah. He threw for 80 yards, a touchdown, and a pick.
Yeah.
Pretty much exactly what he's been doing the whole year.
This week? Oh, also last week, Justin Herbert had over 400 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. I meant to bring that up.
Kirk and Justin Herbert were the top 2 fantasy quarterbacks.
Wow.
They played each other.
Yeah, it's huge.
Until Tua played.
I'm going to say Odell anytime touchdown.
That's becoming our new Edgerrin James.
Dude, I don't even know if he's gonna play.
I've been getting some DMs that we need to bring Guess the Player back for an appearance at some point this season.
Okay, we could do that. Yeah. All right, I don't have a player prop. I don't know.
Okay, just get to the TNF.
Yeah, the DPRM TNF SGP, turning 80 into 160 this week. We're on a 3-game heater, and we're ready for Game 4. Lions, Packers on Thursday Night Football. This one was way easier to put a parlay together for than the Giants-Niners game because we didn't know what was going to happen, what Giants team we were going to see. Sadly, we saw the worst one. But here we go. First leg, under 53.5 total points. Both these defenses are pretty good. They're playing decent. 53 is a lot of points. Keep it under that. I think we'll be good there. Next one, Lions over 16.5. The Packers are most likely going to be without Jair Alexander again. He was out last game, and he doesn't have a lot of recovery time. He wasn't at practice today, I don't believe. So I'm going to assume they're without him, which gives Goff a little more passing down the field. And then last one, Packers under 32.5. I don't think the Packers are putting up more than 32.5 points. They're just not they're consistent, but they're not explosive yet. And against the pretty good Lions defense, also the Packers have 0 running game right now. A.J. Dillon just hits the hole, and then that's it.
And falls over.
Yeah. So with no running game, I don't think they score a lot of points. That brings you to plus 100. I did see the odds might have changed a little bit. But even if you bet 80 on a minus 110 or minus 105, you're losing $1 or $2. You're fine. So take that as you will, but under 53.5, Lions over 16.5, and Packers under 32.5.
I like it.
And we're gonna keep it going.
We did have a listener submitted same game parlay for this game as well. Should we let everybody know about that one as well?
Yeah, what's this one gonna be called?
This one's gonna be called the GPRM TNFSGP.
What's the LS?
Listener submitted.
Oh, okay.
It's Luke.
I will just say, I do not promote this.
Evan does not condone
SGP
parlay.
Yeah, but
because it gets into player props, and we're afraid of player props when we have $80 on the line.
I'm afraid of receiving props
for tight ends.
Yeah, especially.
But yeah, this is plus 100. So it's Luke Musgrave over 35 receiving yards, which the Lions have given up 80 to 100 receiving yards each week to tight ends. So that's not horrible, but still scary. The Packers over a half a total touchdown, and Lions over 13.5 total points. So that's the LS DPRM TNF SGP.
Yeah. I like that one, kind of.
It's not horrible. It's just a little bit scary.
Yeah.
I like ours better because...
I mean, we were going week 1 and 2, we were going player prop heavy. We were going Goff over 225 week 1.
Yeah, that's a little bit like Goff is going to... If anyone's throwing the ball, barring an injury, it's going to be Goff.
Yeah.
There's so many receiving options. And
that's true, too, dude. If a player gets injured, we're donezo.
That would suck.
I think
to lose the DPRM TNF SGP on a player injury.
Yeah, like to be honest, I've been betting a lot of first half unders. I've been bringing it up to 28.5, and I've been doing pretty well with those. Like, I think when you're betting the extremes for like teams as a whole, I think like it's pretty decently easy to kind of figure it out.
Yeah. No, I think so too.
Famous last words. But let's get into our 2-minute drill. I got a couple doozies of questions here.
Oh yeah?
But I'll give you my questions first, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, do you have your timer ready?
I do.
All right, you can start it after I read this question. Devon Achane and Raheem Mostert both had 4 touchdowns in the Dolphins' win on Sunday. Can you name 5 of the 17 players that have scored more than 4 touchdowns in a single game?
Alvin Kamara.
That's one.
Tyreek Hill.
No. I'll give you 7 guesses for this. So that's one wrong.
Okay. This is in NFL history?
Yes.
Walter Payton?
No. You got to be perfect here.
Wow. That's tough. More than 4.
Very notable names on here.
Oh, I'm sure. Calvin Johnson?
Incorrect. You can pause your time. I'll read through them here. I'll read through the notable ones. You got Jim Brown, Jerry Rice, Sean Alexander, Clinton Portis, Jamal Charles, Jonathan Taylor, Joe Mixon, Gale Sayers, and Alvin Kamara.
Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah.
When was that?
I don't know. But the Joe Mixon one was last year.
Yeah, I should have got that one.
I'm surprised you didn't get Clinton Portis.
I don't remember that happening. But at the time, Clinton Portis was like a superhero to me, and I wasn't really invested in his day-to-day stats at the time. So.
Also, you know what's wild that I'm just realizing? I I think Jerry Rice is the only receiver to do it. That's wild.
That is wild.
At least the only
I feel like it'd be. I guess running backs are probably. Dang.
Because you can just hand them off to the goal line, you know.
Yeah.
But
Sean Alexander was on there.
Yeah.
That was my next guess.
Yeah. Tough question though. I think you'll get this now. I think you get.
I like it. I like him tough.
Yeah. As long as there's not.
As
long as you don't have to guess. As long as you don't have to guess 10 options in 2 minutes.
My bad.
All right. Second question here. The Vikings are currently sitting at 0-3 right now. The second to last time they were 0-3 was in 2013. Can you name one of the 3 starting quarterbacks from that year?
2013. Tavares Jackson.
Incorrect.
How many guesses do I get? Do I get 3 guesses?
I think only 1. I mean,
what?
One of the 3. I mean, like you got 3 possible.
Ponder?
Christian Ponder, yeah. I was only gonna give you 1 guess though.
That's bull.
I don't think so.
Jeff Garcia? No.
You had there's only 3 options. It was so. Dude, this is gonna be a huge throwback here. Christian Ponder, Matt Castle, and are you ready for this one? Josh Freeman.
No, the Bucks guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 5, yeah.
That little afro? Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. I'll give you half a point for that one.
I mean, I feel like if I had known that I only got 1 guess, I would have gone Ponder. First guess. But I thought I had more than 1 guess, and I was going to shoot from the hip because I like Tavares Jackson more.
Yeah.
Because
Rest in peace, too.
Super cool. Yeah. I think he was on my first ever fantasy team.
That's cool. I always remember in Madden 08, he was he didn't have like a player picture, so it was created. Mm-hmm. They had him with the fresh like straight shot over top.
Another player I had on my first ever fantasy team that's a big throwback, Vincent Shianko. You remember him?
Yeah, I put him in I actually just put him in one of the crossover grids I did.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Wait, no, I'm not. Wait, false alarm. All right, I'm ready.
I'll give you 5 guesses on this.
Okay.
5 guesses to get 2 things right.
Okay.
You got your timer ready?
Yeah.
In NFL history, the first overall pick is a big deal. What 2 teams have picked the most first overall picks? You got 5 guesses.
The Lions?
Incorrect.
You said there's 2 teams?
There's 2. 5 guesses for 2. Now 4 guesses for 2.
The Cardinals?
Incorrect.
The Browns?
Incorrect. You need to go 2 for 2.
The Chargers?
Ooh, it's over. The Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams.
I was trying to combine who's been around long enough and who's sucked a lot.
Right.
That was tough. That was a tough one.
That was a tough one. I think the most recent for the Colts at number 1 has been Luck.
Yeah.
And then most recent for the Rams has been Goff.
I'd say bad luck.
Tough. How much time do you have left for the next one?
Minute and 26 seconds.
That's a lot of time, and you're probably not going to need it.
All right.
NFL MVP traditionally goes to quarterbacks. Can you name the NFL kicker who won it?
I don't know his name. I could probably tell you what year it was.
What year was it?
83.
That is correct. The year of the scab. Good job.
Let's go. I couldn't tell you his name though. Morton Anderson?
Mark Mosley. Pretty close.
How would I have known his name was Mark Mosley?
Redskins kicker in the year of the scab.
That would have been a good question for you.
But like,
Yeah.
You were gonna ask it, so I did.
Give me half a point of that. I got the year.
Yeah, you get half a point. Whatever. Whatever. That was good.
All right, cool. All right, you know what time it is.
It is time for Pigskin Predictions.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
All right.
Give me some spreads, Jared. I'm ready.
Thursday night. We've got.
I haven't called you Jared in a long time.
I know that was weird.
That was weird.
I don't like that.
Leading this podcast restart.
On Prime Video, Detroit heads to Lambeau to face the Packers. The Lions are facing the Packers. Detroit is 1.5 point favorites.
Yeah, give me Detroit here.
Evans taking Detroit.
Coming off a win against the Falcons. I don't think, like, Jordan Love's good, but I don't think the Packers are all there right now. I think they're missing some pieces. I don't know. I don't think they can be consistent.
I'm taking the Lions as well. I think they used Gibbs a ton more last week, which was great to see. He had like 18 carries, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I'd like them to throw it to him a little bit more, but can't always get what you want. But yeah, I think Lions minus 1.5. I like that a lot. I know it's in Lambeau, but I agree. The Packers are missing something. I don't know if it's just – is Aaron Jones playing?
No, he's injured.
Okay. Is he playing? We've got Dion in the house. Is he playing this week? Do we know?
I don't think so.
I don't think he is either. But either way, I still like the Lions.
Dude, the green screen like cuts out my
out the sides. I know.
It looks like I have a fedora on.
Widowy. All right. Next game. Commanders heading to Philadelphia. Eagles 8-point favorites.
Give me the Eagles here. I mean,
after last week, I can't blame you.
Yeah. Let me ride with the Eagles here.
I'm also taking the Eagles.
That's bold.
That was hard.
It's not bold.
That was hard for me, guys. That was hard. Next, we're going back in time. We're heading to London, which starts at 9:30 on Sunday.
Is that what you meant by back in time? They're also having that Toy Story stream.
I'm actually excited about.
I'm super excited. So it's live time, right?
Live. I don't know how they do that.
Imagine betting touchdown score and you just see like Travis Etienne running into the end zone.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
The Jaguars are 3-point favorites over the Falcons.
Easily Jaguars.
I'm gonna take the Falcons.
Dude, that's wild.
I know it's wild, especially after they let me down last week.
Dude, it's like an extreme home game for the Jags.
It could be. Or it could be Bijan's introduction to the UK, baby.
No.
We'll see. Next game. This one's kind of weird. Dolphins in Buffalo, coming off of 70 points, aren't favored.
Yeah.
Bills are favored by 2.5.
I wanted to bring this up earlier as well. I understand that the Dolphins beat the Broncos 70-20. I understand that, but like the Cardinals just beat the Cowboys. You can come into a game thinking you're going to run over a team and lose, no matter how good you are. But the Dolphins beating the Broncos 70-20 it's phenomenal. It's impressive, you know. So if you're going to give me the Dolphins at a plus, I'm going to take the Dolphins at a plus.
I like that.
Yeah.
I just witnessed another massacre last week in person, so I'm going to take the Bills. Because, man, they're good.
Yeah.
They're very good. Next game, possibly the worst game of all time. The Denver Broncos are heading to Chicago. And the Denver Broncos, coming off a 50-point loss, are favored by 3.5. What?
I mean, the Bears are coming off a 40-point loss, basically, right?
30, I believe. 30,
Okay.
31. But yeah, both teams are awful.
Yeah. And what's the spread? I'm sorry.
3.5 for the Coves. You know what we haven't heard you say in this Pigskin Predictions? We haven't heard you say, I'm taking the Chi-Town Bear guys.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm taking the Broncos. Yeah.
Probably smart.
I mean, like, the Bears are really bad.
They're so bad, dude. They're so bad. I'm also taking the Broncos. Next game, this is probably going to be so ugly because the Ravens, all they do is play down to their competition, and the Browns don't have an offense. So that should be interesting. How many hats are we going through? This is great.
This will be the last one.
So Ravens are heading to Cleveland. Cleveland is 2.5-point favorites.
I'm going to take the Ravens here. I think, I don't know. I don't trust the Browns. I really don't.
Giving the Ravens points, which
like the Ravens are good. They just have to stick it to a team, you know.
Yeah. I'm also going to take Baltimore plus 2.5. I think the Browns are going to have a tough time against teams that have good coaching.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to have a great defense, and Evan's background is glitching.
Yeah, adjust my green screen.
It's one thing to have a good defense and just bank on them the whole time, but I think the Ravens' offense is good enough that they're going to be able to move the ball, and I think the Ravens' defense is good enough to really challenge the Browns' offense. So I'm also going Baltimore plus 2.5.
Yeah, I like that.
Next game. Interesting game. Interesting. Steelers are heading to NRG to face off against the best quarterback in the AFC South. Kind of a hot take. CJ Stroud. Steelers are 3-point favorites.
So Jimmy Garoppolo hadn't thrown for over 200 yards yet this year. He threw for over 320 against the Steelers. Give me the Texans here. I think CJ Stroud is going to, like, throw all over them. And, like, if the Texans defense can hold the Jags to 17, there's no reason they can't hold the Steelers to 17. And I think the Texans could put up more points against the Steelers in 17.
Yeah. I think this is a tough one. I think just to go back in time a little bit here, back to our weekly picks. TJ Watt over on sacks feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Rookie quarterbacks don't always feel that as well. And TJ's a freaking beast.
Yeah.
But I'm picking the Texans plus 3 exclusively because the Steelers are not good enough to be 3-1.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Texans.
Have we had the same picks so far every game? Except for the Falcons-Jags?
And Buffalo, Miami.
Oh, okay.
That probably means we're gonna be awful this week on our picks.
You never know.
Next one. Battle of the Defeated. Vikings heading to Charlotte. I might go to this game.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. See how I'm feeling on Sunday. Vikings are 3.5-point favorites. That sounds perfect to me.
I'll say what Owen said early in the season. I think you could take the Vikings at like minus 9.5 in this game.
Careful. Owen said that right before he never appeared on the podcast again. So
I think I might do like a Vikings minus like 6.5, a Texans money line, and a Ravens money line. That sounds like...
I don't know if I'd throw the Ravens into that. That sounds scary.
That's true. Let me see.
Chiefs money line.
I think I would go Jags.
Or Bengals money line against the Titans.
Oh no, Dolphins. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
You are nuts.
Dude, that would be...
I don't know how you could pick the Dolphins. I know they went off last week, but the Bills are good, and that game is awesome.
Dolphins money line, Texans money line, Vikings minus 6.5 gets you to plus 1,100.
This is not financial advice. No one listen to the crazy person in the bucket hat.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Next game, is Anthony Richardson coming back or not? What's going on?
Let me see.
Look that up before. I'm gonna skip that game. We're gonna hop to Bucks Saints in New Orleans. Give me the Bucks exclusively because I don't like the Saints, and I think they play ugly football. You like Bucks +3 or Saints -3?
I'm gonna go Saints here.
Okay.
I think the Bucks are a little too much. I think they're gonna start losing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Did you find anything on our boy?
He's still in concussion protocol.
That's awful. Well,
So
we got the LA Rams heading to Indianapolis. And get this, with him still in concussion protocol, the Colts are favored by 1.5.
What is this?
Colts -1.5 over the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts. I think the Rams are just posers.
Wow.
I just don't think they're that good.
Wow. I think I'm going to take Rams. I think
that's fine. I mean, that's
the Rams
valid.
had a bad week. They're like a week away from getting Cooper Kupp back. And if I'll say this, if Anthony Richardson isn't playing, then I'm switching my pick.
Okay.
I mean, if he is playing, I'm switching my pick.
Okay.
But if he didn't play, then I'll go Rams +1.5. Next game, Bengals Titans in Nashville. Bengals are favored by 2.5. Give me the Bengals.
Ooh, man, I might have to add Bengals -4.5 to the party.
I told you, dude. The Bengals is boot to the head, man. Jeez, yeah. What is happening?
I got one here, waiting for the finale of the episode too. So.
Okay.
But right. Yeah, wow. I'm gonna add that in. See what that gets.
So you're taking Cincy -2.5.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got the Raiders heading to SoFi to play the Chargers. Chargers are 5.5-point favorites. Whoa.
I'm gonna take Chargers here. The Raiders aren't really posers. They're just bad.
Yep, agreed. And it's 5.5 feels big though. This next one is kind of wild. Patriots are heading to Dallas. Dallas is 7-point favorites.
Nah. I'm gonna go Patriots. That's big, dude. After a team that just lost to the Cardinals.
If it was in New England, I'd feel a lot better about picking the Patriots.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
was the Cardinals Cowboys game home game for the Cardinals? They're in Arizona.
I believe so.
The whole game. For some reason I thought they were in Dallas because like they're both domed stadiums, so I couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You couldn't see the end zone.
No.
I'm gonna take Dallas.
All right.
-7. I think that's a good line though. Vegas. That's a tough one. Next game. I don't think we even need to talk about this. 49ers are 14-point favorites against the Cardinals. Give me Arizona, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's ride the bus all the way to San Francisco.
Could you imagine the Cardinals beat the Cowboys and Niners back-to-back?
That would be
I think you got to move. If they do, honestly, you got to move the Cardinals up into like top 12 in power rankings, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Like.
For sure. I mean, they already made a big jump this week.
Especially if Josh Dobbs has like a crazy game.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that sounds good. Next. Oh my gosh. Chiefs, Jets. Chiefs are 9.5-point favorites.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Yep. Can we what week are we allowed to start flexing Sunday Night Football?
Probably like after week 14 or 12.
Really that late? I thought they upped it.
Maybe like 12.
Man, I was hoping for week 4. That'd be great. Because there's so many Jets primetime games that we do not need on primetime.
Yeah.
Speaking of a game we don't need on primetime. Seahawks Giants finish it out. Monday Night Football in the Meadowlands. Oh my word, they did it again. They did it again. Back-to-back night games in the Meadowlands.
Why?
These schedulers.
I understood around 9/11. I understood that.
That's insane.
Why?
You know what happened to the second game in a back-to-back doubleheader the last time they did it? The New York quarterback died on the field, Evan. You're screwed. Tell Danny to not play. Why are they doing this to those poor workers? I'll say it once, I say it again. That popcorn isn't even going to be picked up by game time.
Dude, that's wild.
That's
is
wild. I'm a little upset right now.
Yeah.
But Giants are 1.5-point favorites over the Seahawks.
I'm very surprised the Giants are favored in this game.
Me too.
But obviously, I'm gonna take it.
If you're giving me the Seahawks plus points against the Giants, I think this is a good over game. This is a good bet Danny Dimes rushing game and over on Geno's passing game. I'm gonna go Seahawks plus 1.5.
I think I might add the Giants to this already crazy parlay.
Oh my word! This is what happens.
Just so I can hedge it if it comes down to that.
You're nuts. You are insane.
Just so I can put $160 of our winning on Seahawks money line.
All right, that's week 4.
Yeah. A lot of interesting games coming up this week. I'm excited to watch them.
Dolphins Bills at 1:00 is going to be freaking awesome. That's got to be Tony Romo, right? Or does he do the 4:00 games?
I don't know. I think he usually does 4:00.
Well, who's going to get the good game on CBS? Oh, I don't know, Jim. There's no good 4:00 games on CBS. Also, this is a big gripe of mine. Why are there so few 4:00 games? There's only
I don't know.
This week again.
It's like,
and 2 of them are bound to be blowouts, and the only good one is going to end up being Chargers Raiders, and that one's going to suck.
I honestly like the 3 4:00 games.
Why?
I don't know.
There's too many at 1:00.
I think you need that the slow come down into Sunday Night Football. You know,
they should put the Bills Dolphins at 4.
Like at 1:00 you're awake, you're like, and then you get to 3 at 4, and you're like, okay, I'm good. And then Sunday Night Football, you're like, all right, I'm ready to watch this slaughter of a game against Chiefs.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 1:00 games. They won't even all fit on the Octobox.
Yeah, I think they should.
And there's a game in London.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good grief.
Jeez. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening as always. I hope you're
quick.
Yeah, the DPRM TNF SGP under 53.5 game total, over 16.5 total points scored by the Detroit Lions, and under 32.5 points scored by the Green Bay Packers. That is our DPRM TNF SGP for week 4. Time to turn 80 into 160. Yeah. Any closing statements, Jared?
Exciting week to be a football fan.
It really is. I would say that I think every single week I would say every week of the year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Some weeks obviously more exciting than others when football is on. When your team's in the playoffs,
Yeah.
There's nothing like a wild card round playoff game. There really is.
Dude, the Super Wild Card round is the best TV watching experience out there.
It really is.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Also, can't already believe we're on to week 4. Kind of crazy. It's really flying by.
I know.
But yeah, good luck everybody this week. Again, maybe listen to us, maybe don't listen to us, maybe listen to us. We were kind of all right last week with some of the picks we were picking. Also, I think it's funny that the Steelers have Kenny Pickett and George Pickens. I think that's absurd. Just wanted to say that
statement.
But anyways, have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. Lions, Packers, Sunday football, Sunday night football, Monday night football, and then week 5 NFL football.
You forgot waking up on Sunday morning football.
Yes. Toy Story football.
9:30
a.m. on Sunday.
Good opportunity to get your kids interested in football if they're not.
100%. It's streaming on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So really looking forward to that. I would go Woody over 225 passing yards. Mr. Potato Head probably going to have at least 2.5 sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Rex easily 2 rushing touchdowns.
Oh yeah. And Bo Peep is going to fumble. There's no question. No question.
I mean,
noodle arms.
Noodle. I mean, she's made of porcelain, am I right? All right. Well, have a safe day and enjoy some football. We will see you next week.
Miss you guys.